Hey guys, it's Gabe. I am here with you on a Wednesday afternoon. I just wanted to make a quick video of something that I'm kind of digesting a little bit for myself. Might be a little noisy with traffic outside because I'm filming near my window again. But what I wanted to talk about is life changes and experiencing the things that we go through when we are making changes, whether it be internally or externally, right? And so, sometimes we identify with our thoughts, with our emotions, with the beliefs that we have about ourself. We explore different ideas. We try new things out to see what in life really works for us, right? And so, as we go through certain phases in our life, we gradually hold on to behaviors or thoughts or gravitate towards certain activities that we identify with that bring us comfort, right? And then, times in our lives we change internally, our needs change, the things that we desire change, and so some of these things don't fulfill us as much as, they used to, right? And that's the point of exploration, is being able to find what things actually do work for us, benefit us, what thoughts feel better for us to believe about ourselves. And what I wanted to go into is this illustration of the self, of who we are, the being that we are, and what the thoughts and what the feelings and what our external experience is, and what it is perceived to be throughout the stages of our development in life. And so, we, through our thoughts and feelings, like I said before, we create an image of self because of the things that we are exploring, or what we have attained, what we have not attained yet. We create this perfect image of where we are supposed to be, because of the fact that we are getting messages from inside of us, from our spirit, from our soul, of yearnings, of desires, of things that would be better suited for our life, right? And so what I would like to illustrate is that through these changes, what we can do, because sometimes we become so attached to those ideas, to those thoughts, and I feel like I might be being a little bit repetitive, but what I'm trying to illustrate is that we perceive that the thoughts, the emotions, the things that everything happens, the outside world, that is us, that is our identity, right? What we are, though, at the core, is this observer, right? We are watching our minds identify with the thoughts, with the feelings, with all these things, thinking that that is us. The mind thinks that that is us, but we are also not just the mind. We, our spirits, our souls, we use the mind as a tool. In order to function here in this reality on Earth, our bodies need a mind, because the mind helps operate the body to go and create what is coming through us from our soul. Our desires, our needs, our wants, the things that we want to create in life, those messages are coming from deep within us, from within our soul, sending messages to the mind, to the brain, for us to use as information to get our body to go and to create those things, right? So, the thing is that if our minds, because our minds can create stress and trauma and I hate this reality, I don't like this doesn't feel good, and we think that is who we are, that resistance to everything. But it's because also through our programming comes directly to the mind from the external world, right? So our soul is not responsible for our programming and how we see ourselves. So the mind has taken from within, and sometimes from the soul also, to create this image of what we should be, or where we should be and whatever, right? La la la. what I'm trying to get at is that our minds create a lot of distress for our body. Our body feels this amount of distress because what has been programmed into the mind is this image that, you know, of imperfection and discomfort and whatever goes along the lines of that. But what our souls are trying to do is send information to the mind of what is actually in alignment with us, and the mind like has conflict with these thoughts and ideas because it's set. It is set in its ways. It is wired. It has developed. It has formed habits, things like that, thinking patterns, all that shit, you know? And so I think what we can do for times in our life when we are in total transition and everything is going under construction, the things that we think about, our beliefs, if we're switching like where we live, if we're creating new friends, everything in life, like everything is being re-explored, re-looked at, everything is under the microscope. What is going to be a good idea to navigate through these experiences? And I think this is like the silliest illustration that I've used that I literally was thinking about previous to making this video, but think of like a carrot. A carrot is a carrot, right? It's just regular. A chef comes into the kitchen, he's like, okay, this is a carrot, right? But then he starts to cut the carrot and he makes like julienne slices, right? These things, now that the journey of the carrot is now just like the carrot, right? Now in this part of the journey, it's these julienne slices. But if the chef decides to come and take the julienne carrots and slice them into like diced carrots, they become a completely new way of being. We experience the carrot in 3 different stages in its existence or being or whatever. But guess what? The carrot, like, what am I trying to relate the carrot to? Us. Like us. We change, but guess what never changes? It's like the person experiencing what is going on with that fucking carrot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can watch the process. I know that I'm not like offering so many solutions. I think the purpose of this video is to illustrate the mind, the body, and the spirit, and the functions of it, basically, without going too far into detail. And I think that, well, I'm trying to come up from a place of feel, girl, you know, because feel is the way, I've heard, and I have felt. But basically, it comes down to, I'm trying to hit you guys with, like, a nice outro, and, you know, maybe this is my journey, you know, me experiencing, watching the fact that maybe I'm in this mediocre phase of illustrating things, right? Okay. Things are going to change throughout our lives. And we can observe and try not to identify so that we can create less pain for ourselves on our journey. But to always be in touch with the spirit, in touch with the soul, to listen to these yearnings. What are our desires? What life do we want to create for ourselves? And know that we deserve it, because we do deserve it. It's coming from the soul. Our soul is pure. Our mind is conditioned and is tainted. And that is not our fault, but that is the reality. And so our mission for us to get our bodies to be working in harmony with our soul is to clear the clutter from the mind so that our mind can do the job that it was designed to do, for us to be able to experience life on this planet abundantly and freely and beautifully. So, I will leave you guys with that. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think. And blessings. I hope that we are all able to move forward in our lives. And peace.